5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and broke his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." Not that I was jumping on the bed, but it happened.
What do they say, that you can't get an old horse down? Have my diagnosis. I'm sitting here with a giant iron brace on my leg, but I'm okay, and I'm optimistic about the next couple of months. Hello, my friends. It's about 1 o'clock on Wednesday. I didn't get this up nice and early, but maybe I'll be getting it up by late afternoon. I wanted to touch base with you only because so many of you have been worrying and asking me about what the outcome was. Did I see the orthopedic doctor? Did I find out what's the matter? And yes, I did. Thanks to Debbie, I was able to get an appointment with one of the best orthopedic surgeons over there in that area. Actually, probably all of Southern California. He's done thousands of these knee things. He's a specialist in knee and shoulder. And by the way, I have my bursitis and everything going in both shoulders too, so that's probably next. I think I hit 86 and boom, everything set in. I've had a good run so far. Right now, I'm kind of limping along with everything, but it's going to be okay. The story of what happened yesterday is actually a funny one, and I don't know whether I want to go down one of my rabbit holes today, but the day before, Dub said, well, probably the best way to go, the advice that I'm getting here from my doctor friends, and I think, as I told you, our daughter Dub is the CEO of the foundation at a hospital in North Orange County. And so we get a little bit of preferential treatment, a bit. And I'm known as Dub's mom. I don't have a name, but I'm Dub's mom, as the doctor said when he walked into the office. "Hi, Dub's mom." He said, "Do you actually have a name?" But we started out the day before, and Dub said, actually, I've gotten the advice that the best thing to do is to go to the Providence Clinic over here and see the doctor, maybe get an x-ray or something, and then he will refer you to a surgeon, and then we can go from there, and then I can see what I can do. So early yesterday morning, Colleen and I set out about 8 o'clock, and she drove my car, and we put Moosey's wheelchair in the back of the car, and I was the passenger in my car for a change, and off we went. And we were seen pretty much right away. We were told to come in. Was one of the nurse's aides or nurses took my vitals and information and said, okay, we'll probably start with an x-ray, and then you'll go outside again and wait to see someone. So I said, okay. So took my vitals, weighed me, etc., and then put me in a little tiny office. And about this time, for waiting for to get into the x-ray place, and I was in this little room all by myself. And in the meantime, Dub had been talking to one of her medical doctors, who said, you know what, tell your mom not to go to the clinic. I think we can get you an appointment with the knee orthopedic fellow here at 10 o'clock this morning. So tell her to get out. And so she called Colleen, who was out in the waiting room, and she said, get mom out of there right now. Don't let her get any x-rays taken. We have a 10 o'clock appointment for you. Well, by this time it was like 9:30. So Colleen calls me, and I'm sitting in this little room. Fortunately, I had my phone with me and they were working. And she said, don't let them take x-rays. I said, well, I'm sitting waiting for an x-ray all alone in a little room. She said, no, don't let them take them. Dub said, we have to get over to the orthopedic offices right now. We have an appointment at 10. So I'm in this wheelchair all by myself. I hung up, and I didn't know what to do. So I opened the door, I wheeled myself with the wheels, and I pushed out, hello, is anybody there? And a nurse came running around the corner. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, I just heard from my daughter who's over at the hospital. She said, we have an appointment with the orthopedic man. I have to leave right now. Thank you so much, but I'm not going to have x-rays taken. So she said, should we cancel everything? I said, yes, thank you so much for doing this. Well, she wheeled me out to Colleen, and we raced out.
Oh dear, we're having so much fun.
We forgot where we parked. We were on a level. We tried 2 levels before we finally got to found our car. And we just kind of went right around the corner to the medical building where the orthopedic doctor was. And sure enough, we went in and we were seen fairly right away.
Well, Colleen and I are sitting in the orthopedics waiting room. I just came out from having a bunch of x-rays taken, and we have an appointment with him, hopefully within half an hour. Ooh, that's good. Hello. Here's my angel. Colleen has been pushing me around in Lucy's wheelchair so I don't further injure. We don't know what's the matter, but you know, the pain is a lot better, so I have no idea. Now, if the x-rays don't show anything, I don't know whether the doctor's going to want to do something further or what. But we shall see. MRI or CT scan. Oh, dear. There's my angel that's traveling with me today. We're in the waiting room. So, what time do you have your patients?
Well, I have a 1, 2, and 3 o'clock session.
Wow. Colleen is a family therapist. Now, will you be doing these telephone, or are you doing them in person at the office?
Depends what time we get back.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Hopefully, well, maybe Matt can come up and take over, or we'll be out of here.
Plenty of time. It's only 10:30. We're good. We're
Good.
making good time. I already got the x-rays.
Good.
Hopefully we'll get an MRI.
I know. We're doing great.
They evidently have all their own imaging over there. It's a very large clinic with several orthopedic doctors in this one area. And so they took me in and did these all sorts of wonderful things with my knees, had me turning all different ways, standing up, lying down. And I would say within half an hour, we were taken into the doctor's office, and he came in and he looked at me and asked me some questions. And I said, well, I really don't know what I did, blah, blah, blah. He asked me if I was in pain or where the pain was. Quite frankly, the pain really had subsided because I found out later we had done the right thing. With Matthew's advice, we did the rice thing right away. As soon as my knee went out, I went right to bed. They got me in bed, and we did the rice. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And we did all of that. And they had me on Motrin and the pain. We did that for from Friday until Tuesday morning when we got this appointment. So by that time, I wasn't in much pain, but I was definitely off it. I wasn't doing any walking or anything. The children were bringing meals over, and our children were wonderful. They had a system going. They had a little roster over who was bringing what when. We've been really pampered. So I hope you're enjoying this little story. I don't know what else to do besides chat with you guys, my buddies. So we, he looked at my knee and pushed it here and there. And 5 seconds later, I said to him, gee, do you think you know what happened? And he said, yep, I sure do. I know exactly what happened. Anyway, I have a torn meniscus. And it wasn't from an injury or anything I did wrong, twist or anything. It was a result of my bone-on-bone, as he called it, arthritis. And by the way, I have it in both knees. I knew I had bum knees because they've been bothering me for a while. But at any rate, he even showed me the x-rays, showed me where all the arthritis was, where the little meniscus was, and I do have the meniscus tear. So he gave me my options, and I think I might have mentioned all this, and he said, my advice, this is what you can do, but my advice is that this will heal on its own. The meniscus will heal. It'll take maybe 2 months, maybe 3, maybe 4. But he said, you know, you're not in much pain. So we're going to put this brace on you, and you're going to be fine. Well, I was very optimistic about this, and I thought, that's great. No surgery, especially with the arthritis and my age, that this was definitely the way to go. And there's certain exercises that are good. You don't immobilize yourself, and you just keep moving according to the pain. If you have pain, you stop. But I do have to definitely resist doing all the things that I want to be doing. So here we are, and I have this honkin' brace on my leg, and every time I feel it, I think, oh, I have my phone in my pocket. It's 10 times bigger than a leg.
So what's going on with the knee? Is it a stress fracture?
Meniscus.
Meniscus tear,
okay.
but arthritis all over the place.
Gotcha. So what this is going to do, it's going to push your knee to offload you here when you're up walking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is where the tear happened in here, he says.
Yeah, on the medial side of your knee.
Yeah.
So you want to line this dial pad right where your knee is, okay? So you want to make sure this doesn't go, down here or up here, just right where your knee is.
Okay.
Okay. Once you find the spot, we're going to go ahead and just hold it there. And then we're going to just kind of...
Is it going to fit?
Yeah. All of these kind of adjust.
Well, you explain what happened, Colleen. You heard the doctor.
Well, it was the meniscus because of the arthritis in the knee that finally caused the meniscus to tear because of the arthritis.
So you're going to go ahead and just clip it in. After you clip it in, you kind of want to give it a good pull to make sure it's nice and snug on your leg. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this comes around.
I think it's still swollen too.
Gotcha. So clip that in. I usually like to start at the bottom part of our leg. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just amazed at the size of this thing.
Yeah. All right. So the here the dial. When it's all the way in, you're going to turn it counterclockwise.
Why?
What that does is create a bigger push against your knee to help you offload that medial meniscus there.
Look counterclockwise, Mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would just do a little bit. You don't want too much of a push because then she might get a little bit sore on her.
It's about 2:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, and Colleen and I just got home. We were in the orthodontic doctor's offices most of the day, where we had imaging done and also spoke with the doctor, spent quite a bit of time with him. My wonderful Dub got me an appointment, and we were really treated beautifully. And you don't stay in bed and immobilize yourself. That's not what heals a meniscus. A meniscus heals with the right kinds of exercise, movement. It needs movement in order to bring the liquids and fluids back into the cells and the tissues. So that's what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I want to move. I want to move around. I want to start doing things. I know my limitations, though. Believe me, I know exactly what I should be doing and shouldn't. Moose, on the other hand, is being very overprotective and probably wants me in that bed more than I want to be there. So right now, I'm having a wonderful bowl of soup. Mike came down yesterday with his wonderful soup, and we've been having it, and I'm enjoying it no end. Still enjoying turkey sandwiches with all the fixings, and we're doing beautifully. I'm making a list, as Colleen says, of my priorities, of what I think I can do in the importance of levels. I have so many things that have to be done, and anyway, I'm going to try and do what I can. And Moosey is helping out with doing a little bit more, as much as he can. Of course, I don't have the balance problem that Moose has. Matthew is getting us another rollator, I think. So I'll tell you about that in the morning when I talk, because walking around with a walker, I can't carry a bowl of soup. I can't carry a cup of coffee. But with the rollator, you can put things on the seat. So we might be a 2-rollator family for a while. So I'm going to sit down on my bed and enjoy this right now. And I will keep it on in the daytime as I'm bustling around here. There are a million things that I can be doing, but a lot of them are not on the list of good things to be doing. Now I can get in and start some sewing on my machine. My leg is okay to push. In fact, probably even to drive in a couple of days or a week. Probably will wait maybe a week or more before that. But I just can't lift a lot of things and push things around. We are going to become a 2-rollator family. Matthew is bringing another rollator over, and if it were any other place than this tiny little cottage, we'd be fine. We could be passing each other with our rollators new and fine. But we do not have a lot of room here. As it is, Moosey has to navigate around furniture, etc., to get into the bathroom or whatever. But we've made it so that he can do it. Now, as long as both of us aren't headed in the same direction at the same time, I think we'll be okay. But Matthew is going to outfit my rollator with some kind of a tray or a basket so that I can carry things as I move. Now, I'm not in pain. It's wonderful. I mean, I get a little bit of pain if it moves the wrong way or something, but not walking. So I'm lucky there, and I do not have the balance problem that Moosey does. Now, see, Moosey cannot stand alone or walk alone. I don't have that problem. I'm just holding on to. The doctor does want me to use either a cane, a walker, or the rollator, probably for the next month or so, just to be on the safe side and to make sure that I don't re-injure it. Of course, with this kind of arthritis, things can happen at any time. And I do know that, and I am prepared for all that. I've been very blessed so far to have sporadic flare-ups. I know I have arthritis. My mom and dad both had arthritis. And I have a little bit in the shoulders, the knees, and as you know, I found out when I was at the ER with my UTI, found out I had it in my spine and my back too. So we'll carry along, see how far this gets us. I don't know why, but I have this terrible optimistic spirit. I know it's probably good. And I am blessed, and I thank the good Lord for keeping me in such good condition so far. And I'm sure that this will recover, and I'll be carrying along, hopefully very soon. Now, the wedding is still on. We might arrive with 2 rollators or 2 wheelchairs. I don't know what. It's probably in about 9 or 10 days. So it's coming up soon, but that's okay. I do have my booties. I might not walk on them, but they'll be on my feet, those pretty little beige booties, and my wedding outfit. And I have a coat coming today that I can't wait to show you. Probably show you in the next video because it's not here yet. And we're all prepared with our fancy outfits to have something warm to put over us. Everybody's bringing something. So, hey, I'm going to show you. Let's get off that right now. And since I look like nothing's wrong with me, which really there isn't, I'm going to show you some things that I promised to show you about some Christmas ideas that you might want to have. You might have remembered when I came home from the dollar store, that 99-cent store, a couple of weeks ago, I showed you some beautiful gold things. By the way, I still haven't. That's one on my list of things to do, is to change that mantle on the living room fireplace. This fireplace, by the way, is our bedroom fireplace, kind of a natural rock. And if you want to get one of these DURAFLAME fireplace stoves, that has been on my Amazon list for a while, and it gives wonderful heat, and it's very realistic looking. It's just lovely. If any of you need something like this, we recommend it. So, number 1, I picked up this globe. Everybody loves a beautiful globe, and this one has a bunch of beautiful decorated white Christmas trees inside, and I think it was $2.99 or something like that, maybe $3.99. These are lovely gifts for people at the holidays. And you can even get globes, by the way, that you can put your own picture in there, or the kids can put their own pictures in. I think I might have shown you those last year. But the one thing that you've been asking about Oh, I also found these are only $1 or $1.29. Sort of a little thing to put the globe on, or to put a pumpkin, not a pumpkin anymore, but to put a Christmas tree or a candle. These were from the Dollar Tree store too. But this is what I wanted to show you. This is the fire blanket for your kitchen fires, like I had, by the way, a month or two ago, where I had left a frying pan on low, so it wasn't bad. But when I saw smoke coming out of the kitchen, fortunately it's not a big place and we're around, I ran in and there were flames 2 feet high. I can't believe I did that, but I didn't know what to do. My mother had always told me salt or this and that. Some people say baking soda, but what they really recommend are these fire blankets. And as you know, I have our oldest son, several grandsons are firefighters, and Billy's a retired captain. And this is the blanket. It comes in this package with a ring on the top so you can hang it on a hook in your kitchen, visible. You don't have to fool with those fire extinguishers where you can't, you're nervous because there's a fire and you don't know how to work it. This is a blanket. You pull it out. I'm not going to pull it out because I don't want to unwind it, but can you see it's a special kind of a fabric. I'm going to hold it up close. Can you see it? It's sort of a shiny type of a fire-resistant fabric. It's 40 inches by 40 inches. That's big. You just whip this out of the bag that's hanging in your kitchen, and this is the brand called Prepared Hero. P-R-E-P-A-R-E-D Hero fire blanket. And you just pull this little thing out. It releases the thing. Out it comes without you fumbling, and you just throw it right over the fire. It's any kind of a fire, this will put it out. Not only the kitchen, but anywhere. I think this was $29.99, and my sons and everyone say, do get one of these. See that? So this is highly recommended. And of course the emergency lanterns, those, they call them camping lanterns. Those were wonderful too. I don't have one handy and I don't want to get up to walk over there to get it right now. But those are also great gifts. Anything that helps the kids, the grandkids, or even for the grandkids to have these next to your bed. It's great in a blackout, an earthquake. Well, we have the earthquakes, but whatever you have where you live. So I think that's about it for now. Once again, I didn't get too spruced up, but this is about as good as I can get at this point. It didn't really happen today. I am going to try and finish. Oh, I meant to bring my little PJs, my little Brianna and Colin's little baby. That was the first stocking that I started decorating. I've cut everything out, as you saw in my other video, of my Christmas memory stockings. I need to make 4. Those are probably one of my priorities that I can do because I can sit at my sewing machine in my closet / sewing room. So I've already put a doggy on the front. I've started to decorate the front. All I have to do now is sew the lining together, the top together, put it together, and finish that. At least I'll get that done. The other 3 I'm hoping to get done. I do have to take down my decorations on the other fireplace in the living room. That's also a priority. And basically just to keep Moosey and I safe and fed and moving around. So thank you so much, so much for all your comments and your caring and your love. I so appreciate it. I am going to be fine. This brace is cumbersome, but I'm going to wear it and I'm going to do everything that I can to heal soon. The meniscus will heal on its own without surgery. So that's the route we're going. I think I was lucky, being the optimist. The glass is always half full with me. And I hope a lot of you can treat some of the injuries and the things that befall you at our age as we age. And for those of you who are not there yet, you know, you have to expect things to happen like this. I've had a good run for 86, not to have chronic pain. I have had flare-ups of hip pains and shoulders, but it always will go away. And I've been so fortunate. I keep saying that. And, but you have to think that it's part of the reality of, let's face it, growing old. And you just want to be your own advocate for your health. If you think there's something that you have to take care of, do it, find out the best way to do it, and push yourself to in your mind. I don't say push yourself with your body if that's not possible, but have a mindset that you can do this because you want to live the rest of your life as best you can. And that's just something that I believe. So goodbye for now. I'll see you in a couple of days and let you know how all this is going on and anything else that might happen. By the way, a lot of trees are down up here. However, last night, for the first night in 5 nights, the coyotes were back up on the roof. Not for long, so maybe these ammonia-soaked drags and cutting down some of the trees are helping. So we'll keep you up to date on that too. So many exciting things going on around here. Love you all. See you soon. And God bless us all.